You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Marlene Motivates. Let me adjust my camera for a second. I think that's the best that I can do, y'all. Best that I can do. How's everybody doing? Welcome. I am Marlene Motivates, and I am your channel for all things positive, encouraging, supportive, self-improvement, and I am your mindset shifter. Today we're going to be talking on the subject of be different. Okay? Now let's see who is in the chat. First in, Geo Vlogs H-Town. Hey Geo, how are you? Welcome. Hey JW, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hey Lisa, how are you? Good to see you. And welcome in, everybody. Today I got on my shirt. Kind, tough, powerful, loved, valued, and what does it say in the middle? You are enough. Yes, yes, yes. Kings and queens, you are enough. So let's get into this topic today, speaking on being different, okay? And why it's so important to be different from other people. Now, being different is defined as not the same as another or each other, unlike in nature, form, or quality. So let's go into this definition and break it down little by little, okay? Not the same as another or each other. Why is it important to be different or unlike other people? Because that's what distinguishes you. That shows you that you're different, that you're set apart from other people, especially when it comes to business, relationships. That's how you show who you are, why people should choose you, why people should be around you, because you are not like other people. And why it's important is because I like this definition where it says you're different in quality. Maybe qualities that some people possess is not the quality that you possess. See, some people, they can give a certain amount of things in their life, right? They can give certain things, but everybody has something about themselves that separates them from the rest. So show your quality of the person that you are on the inside. That is what separates people one from another. What one person has, another person doesn't. Your differences is what draws people like a magnet to you. And I gotta say, shout out to Lovey Star Beating for my earrings. Said my name, Marlene. Shout out to you, Lovey Star Beating. Thank you so much. I have to say, being different is what helps you to get through your life. The more that we step into our shoes, our footsteps, our path, and be focused in on what is meant to be for us. Celebrating our individual differences is the more that we feel good about ourselves and the stronger our fire is from within. Hey, Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones, welcome. We are all like KFC chicken, 100% original. Yeah, everybody is different. Yes. It takes many different colors to see a rainbow. Who says one color is greater than the other? If we all thought the same, there would be no new innovations or discoveries. Hey, Miss April, how are you? Welcome. Yes, our differences is what separates us. And we have to understand, just like a body, every part of the body is important. The eyes, the lips, the nose, the ears, the hands, the feet. Every part of a body is important, just like in a community. Every single person has a role. Every single person has something to add. But most times, the problem begins when most people don't know their value. They don't know their worth. They don't know what they could be if only they believed and loved in themselves more. And I want to encourage you to take some notes today, for this discussion that we're going to talk about is the differences. So the first thing is that you have to understand yourself, your self worth. That's so important to know your worth because it will take you through everything in life, even when people don't value your worth, even when people backstab you, hurt your feelings, do wrong things against you. But what are you doing for yourself? What are you saying about yourself? What is that self talk that you have with you? That will get you through so many things in life. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, that's much better. So, our differences can get us to a different space and place in our life. Why is it important to celebrate our differences? Why is it important for us to realize that we're different? It's very important to recognize that you're different because that will help you to not worry and focus about another individual. Okay? Let's go to point number two. Be different in your thinking. Okay? Be different in your thinking. What one person thinks about and likes may not be what you like. Celebrate that about yourself, that I'm okay with having differences in my thoughts. I'm okay and I celebrate that I do things differently than other people because what one person has been through, another person has not. Be different. See, I think when I was younger, I used to always worry so much because I've always been a different person. I've always dressed different. I'm a person, I love to wrap my hair. I've always worn different, like when I was in high school, I used to put on like 4 or 5 different lipsticks, had different kind of clothes. I used to cut my clothes different patterns. I've always been a different person, walked to the beat of my own drum. And other people think of you as weird when you don't look like other people. But I was just walking along to the beat of my own drum. And I used to get so discouraged because other people didn't like me. But I didn't understand that that was not my problem at the time. But the more that I began to love myself, the more that I began to understand and celebrate who I was, is the happier that I felt, the more joyful I felt, and the clearer my path and my focus was ahead of me. So recognize that you're going to have different opinions than others and celebrate that. What somebody else is doing and what somebody else thinks, that's fine for them. But you have to learn to be okay with the differences that is within you and celebrate them. When you have an opinion, validate your opinions. Okay, this is what I'm thinking about. This is something that was given to me. This is something that was downloaded on the inside of me. And what am I going to choose to do with my differences? See, we all have different thinking. We all have different paths and roads and journeys in our life, but it's about what we do with what we have. Most of the time, we look at something that may be different with others and we feel, I don't know, you feel hesitant. You feel like you're less than. You feel like you're strange or you're weird, and it couldn't be anything further from the truth. You're not weird because you have different thoughts. You're not weird because you walk to the beat of your own drum. You're not weird because you're going down a path and a road that was meant to be for you. No, you're a person who has courage. You're a person who has courage, and you're not afraid, and you're not backing down from society's norms, from what other people may say and think about you. You're not afraid to confront people. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to smile. Dance like nobody's watching. Walk to the beat of your own drum. Do that and be that. Right. Um, we must remember you can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. They will choose to see is up to them. The question is, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? And that's very valuable. It's very valuable to not. So for so long, I used to only feel my value when others would validate me. If they couldn't see me, if they didn't recognize my talent, if they didn't see my worth, if they didn't celebrate me, if they didn't love me, if they didn't consider me, if they didn't think I was smart, if they didn't think I was beautiful, all of that is projection. See, the more that you know your worth, you're walking in your power, you're using your energy, you're loving your life, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're focused on your goal. Razor focus. See, you can celebrate how different you are. You can celebrate your opinions. You can celebrate your light. And it's not in comparison with another person. It's just that you know who you are, you know your talents, and you use them. You see how that shows a difference between an empowered person and a person who is not? A person who is not empowered does not understand how much they possess. And each of us possesses so much power, whether in our mind, physically. It's all about the talk that you have, the conversations that you have within your mind and within you, in your spirit, and how you show up to the world. Do you show up to this world with your differences in confidence? See, that's something that I didn't have and possess before. When I showed up in the world, I would, you know, head down, back hunched, trying to Like, I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want anybody to look at me. I already know I'm different. I already know I stand out. I already know this, and this about myself. But do you, when you step into a room, when you walk past other people, what is your stance? Do you stand up? Put your chest out. Put your head up. Know who you are. Know how to direct your energy. Is very powerful. People are only going to treat you the way that you're showing up in this world. And it may intimidate other people. It may make them feel some type of way. They may not like it. They immediately may attack your character, how you talk, how you look, the things that you may say. That's just, it's just pettiness. It's just them. They're just not happy within themselves. And you can't change that about another individual. You can't make other people love themselves. You can't let people have an opinion. You can't let people love you and treat you right. All of that is not within your power. Hey, living my life at 60. Welcome. Good to see you. Happy Thursday to you. Uh, yes, you definitely have to have the courage. Hey, the word. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. And me and the Word, today we're doing a collaboration a little bit later on as 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about the positive mindset. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Make sure you turn on your notification bell and you're there at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome in. And of course, my members, drop exclamation point member. Yes. Yes, and that's something that I used to hear all the time. You're going to lose 100% of the shots that you don't take. So take certain shots. Even when you may not make it, but there's something that you're going to be learning when you take chances in your life. There's always something that you're going to learn about yourself. Is something that you may get humbled. Is so many things that you learn when you allow yourself to try, to take chances, to go to a higher level, when you elevate yourself to a higher plane. Don't worry about what may not work out. So you have to project a positive energy. You have to speak things over your life as you have already received them. That's why your mind power is so important. Actually, it's vital to how you feel, to the movements that you make, to the amount of joy that you possess, to how your health will go. It's very important to do those things. Very important. Yes, we must remember an experience is a failure if you didn't learn anything from it. Yes, we have to, it's about what you learn to extract from things. Situations happen to everybody, problems happen to everybody, but it's how you choose to allow yourself to look at it. Do I look at this as a learning moment? Is it something that I can grow from? What did I teach myself? Everything is about how you're choosing to strike your blows in this life, how you're choosing to use your energy. And what I had to learn in celebrating my differences and being different from other people that were on my same plane of elevation and light is that conserve your energy. There are some people who will never, ever understand you. So don't waste your time on them. Don't waste your time. And I used to spend so much time trying to convince other people to think like I thought, to try to do things with their finances like I was doing. Because when I became enlightened, I wanted other people to become enlightened as well. I wanted others to have a hope for the future. And I talked about Hope Exists yesterday. That was a very powerful live stream. And if you have not watched it already, check that live stream out. I'm going to pin it in the comment section below when this stream ends. Hope is something that is always there and available. But when you're going through things, you may feel that you don't have hope. But it's all about what you're choosing to allow yourself to believe. Hey, lovely Cherokee, welcome. Nice to see you. Happy Thursday. Welcome in. And if you guys have not already, hit the like. My analytics appreciate it very much. Yes, we must remember never reduce yourself to make someone else comfortable in their own personal darkness. Yes. And one of the things that I learned in going through therapy was that never dim your light. Never dim the light and the fire that is within you. Each of us has light inside of us. We're energy. We all emit energy. Some people, our energy is low, our vibration is low because of circumstances, because of what we believe about ourselves. But at any moment, you have the opportunity and the possibilities to ignite your fire, to turn it up, to enlighten yourself, and to move past anything. See, it's all about shifting. And that's why I love talking to others about mindset shifting. If you want to, if you want to allow yourself, your mind to shift, it will. See, we want sometimes just to be in it, feeling sorry for ourselves, feeling sorry for other people, blaming everybody else when guess who is the problem? Me, you. We don't want to accept that part. We have to allow ourselves the freedom and the growth potential to make changes, to believe in ourselves, to know that we have very good opinions, that we can do great things, that we have possibilities and opportunities and talents that other people don't. I hope y'all heard that because that was very important gem. You have opportunities and talents within yourself, and don't let anybody dim it or stop it. Be different from the rest. See, the majority of people, they allow problems, other people's negative vibration and energy, or just their own lack of self awareness, their lack of self worth to stop them from going after their hopes and their dreams because of what somebody else says or does, or because they need to learn to love on themselves some more. Okay? So don't let life or people block you and stop you. Celebrate your differences that is within you. See, what you have done, what you have gone through, who you are today is completely going to be outside of somebody else. See, no two people have the same story. No two people have the same story. See, your differences is what makes you unique. See, and when I looked up the definition of this word different, I love that another synonym, another adjective for different is distinct, separate. Okay? So when you talk about a separation, like separation of room, separation of people, it's not to show anybody is less than you. No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's not you're saying you're superior to another person. It's just that you know how to stand in your power. You know how to stand in your worth. You know what you have been through. You know your struggles. You know the darkness. See, and you have to throw all of that behind you. And you have to stand and focus in on your present. Stand in your present with who you are currently. Don't let anybody stop you from being you, from doing different things, from thinking different things. See, what other people love to do is to control your mind. That's one thing people are very good at. People don't like something that is a different opinion, something that they have never experienced, a different thought, or people don't like when what you're saying is true. People don't like to see a person who is successful, a person who has worked on themselves and they have overcome challenges that may have broke another person, but it did not break you. See, that's a person who has strong character. A person has high vibration. And I learned a long time ago to not let people who are at a low vibration, people who aren't radiating their light and their positivity, they're dimming their light. Don't stay around those people too long, because guess what? They're going to cause your light to get low, or they may even extinguish your light following behind them. So conserve your power and your energy and know when to draw away from certain individuals, because they don't deserve you. They don't deserve your light. Yes. Just remember, some people stand on the broken parts of another person's life because they can't stand on their own. Yes, because they haven't stepped into knowing your worth. And it does. It takes a lot of inner work. It takes some searching of your spirit and your soul. It is confronting your past, and not being afraid of it, and having accountability for yourself. Being an adult, we have to be accountability with, yes, this is what somebody else did, but also, but what have I done? What did I allow? What did I receive? What did I listen to? What did I allow myself to believe to be true in my case? See, and we have to stand on that ground and say, but why did I believe that? Why did I think that? And a lot of times it's because we didn't know our power. We didn't know our worth. We didn't know that we can have a difference of opinion. See, you can celebrate the opinions of others, but what I learned is, but it does not invalidate mine. Your power, your energy, your opinions, even if they are different from others, does not invalidate yours. You're having a vastly different opinion or thought does not stop because other people don't agree with you. You know, don't stop your thoughts and your opinions and your values, even if it's different from other people. But also, don't let other people disrespect you or make you feel this small. See, we nobody can take away from us unless we allow. We allow people to take away our power. We allow people to take away our energy. One of the best things that you can do is no response. See, people don't like it because they can't transfer any energy to you. Mm-mm. Don't allow other people to transfer their negative vibration and their energy to you. Thank you so much, lovely Cherokee. Much appreciated. Yes. Just because someone puts mess on the plate doesn't mean you have to eat it. I always speak on that all the time. It's about how you're eating. It's one of the, well, you all will find out eventually when my book comes out. But one of the things that I love to talk about is how you're eating. That's going to be a whole chapter in my book, but you guys will find out soon. But yeah, you have to be different, okay? You have to be different from the rest and stand out. And I say you must. If you look at yourself and you see that you look like a stamp, just like everybody else. Hey, James Money, how are you? Happy Thursday. It's so good to see you. Appreciate your support today. And thank you all for the likes. So much appreciated. Now, when you look at yourself today, as a man, as a woman, are you proud of the differences within you? Are you celebrating them? Are you using that to forge yourself upward to your next level? Are you using your talents and your gifts, whatever they may be? And I hear it all the time. People say, I don't have any gifts, I don't have any talents. No, you just have not looked and searched for them. Each of us has a gift and a talent for something vital that is necessary in this world. Each and every one of us. But the question is, are you using your differences? Are you celebrating your differences? Are you using your differences passionately? That's something that I learned, and it caused me to have more joy in my life is when I started looking at what makes Marlene unique, what makes me different from everybody else, and then using that as a catapult for my entire life, using the things that have hurt me and harmed me to make my life prosperous. And me and I am Tracy Lee will be talking about that on July 29th. Your pain is your power. It's going to be incredible. The Empowerment Conference, that's going to be sponsored by myself, Marlene Motivates. Um, and it's going to be Boss Life Online, Coach Mary Ma, Be Amazing Sylvia, Coach Sherry, myself, and I am Tracy Lee. And it's going to be um, two ladies at a time, and it's going to be starting off with Boss Life Online and Coach Mary Ma, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they will be speaking on their topic, and it's going to be Boss Life Online will speak for 30 minutes, and so will Coach Mary Ma, and both will be um, can't think of the word, both will be broadcasting from their channel. And then after them, it's going to be from noon until 1, Be Amazing Sylvia and Coach Sherry. And I think their topic is about transformation. And then the conference will end with I am Tracy Lee and myself, and we'll be speaking on your pain is your power. Okay. And that's going to be very powerful. I'm very much looking forward to it. And the video is going to come out tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to premiere so you can get a little bit more information about the Empowerment Conference. Make sure you go over and you turn your notification bell on to make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be Saturday, July the 29th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be a 3-hour powerful session. So let's get back into this. Your differences, okay? Your differences. What makes one person different from the other? The way they look, their weight, the way they talk, their personality, the way they dress, how they treat others. All of that is unique to each person. No two people treat other people the same. No two people have the same story. No two people have the same energy and vibration. That's unique to each person. And I want you, however you are, however you look, whatever your weight is, whatever you have been through, whatever you've gone through, whatever it is that you're dealing with currently, whatever your circumstances, whatever your relationship status, however you're here presently today, okay? However you are showing up today in your present, your differences, celebrate them. Yes. Thank you so much, lovely Cherokee. Hey, Andre, how are you? Welcome. Happy Thursday, and appreciate the like. Very much appreciated. It's very important for us to think about the things that is unique to us. I know one thing in my whole family, we all have the same gift, these big brown eyes that my dad gave to all 10 of his children. Thank you, Daddy. Shout out to you, Daddy. Forever Daddy's girl. And my dad gave me this gift of my big brown eyes. And I'll tell you something, when I was younger, I did everything to hide my big brown eyes. I wore sunglasses. Anytime I was around people, I would always look down. I didn't see that what some people may have loved to have was a gift for me. And the same thing for you. You have something that you have currently that you're good at, that you're talented, a personality trait, something about you, the way you look, the way you speak, something about you is a fire to somebody else. It's something that somebody else needs and somebody else will love. So don't think what you have is just it's nothing. Look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror today and look at something that makes you different. Something maybe that you have been through, your story, the way you talk, a certain talent that you've been given, something you're very good at. And then use your difference to elevate your life. Use your difference to elevate your life. And I know what a lot of people do. Something that makes them different, they hide it. You know, in today's society, when you're different, when you look different, you talk different, you know, you have some kind of disability, other people look at it as something to make fun. Oh, look at them, they're different. Look what they do. You know, they do things to shame people, to diminish their worth, to make them feel inferior. But nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. Nobody can make you feel inferior. It's something that you take on when something hits you and you believe it. So I want you to work on your mind power and shifting that out of your mind. The next time somebody comes at you with something against who you are, you know immediately when someone says it to you that it's a lie. Now, what are you going to choose to do with that thought? Lash out? Oh, hey, defend yourself, get angry, raise your blood pressure, or no response, a smile on your face. You know, one of the best ways to confuse another person when they say something to you and you know it's not true, my favorite thing is to smile at that person right in their face and say, you are a very angry individual, or you need some help. And I hope you have a great day because nobody can stop what God has started within me. See, you confuse people with your strength. You confuse people when they give you ugliness, dirtiness, griminess, and you give them back love. So try that the next time somebody comes at you. You know, you're a very angry individual. You may need to seek some help. Or tell people, you can't bring me down. See, that's when you know your power and your light. And you can't, and you give that away sometimes, but you have to give people permission to have that. Nobody can take something away from you unless you allow it to be given. See, you got to understand how much power that you possess mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You give people too much power over you. Take back your power. That's how you show that you're different from other people. Yes, everyone has their own uniqueness, their vernacular, just their spirit. Like, some, have you ever just been around somebody and just their energy is just so good? I love to be around people like that. And I don't have a lot of people that I'm around. And immediately, like, it just feels good. Like, yeah, the energy is really good. Yes, you got to kick away the negative. Yeah, and run towards the positive. And it's something that you have to do for yourself. Nobody can do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. Yes, I give love and excuse myself from negativity. And that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. And it's so hard because when someone says something to you, and especially it's difficult when somebody hurts your feelings, when somebody close to you, when it's somebody you don't expect, like a family, a close friend, somebody that you or somebody that you really trust, that's when it really hurts. But don't don't give it too much time and too much weight. They're the ones that lost out. And yeah, you can be upset and be angry, but don't stay in that, because that's what other people want. They want to do things so they can transfer their negativity to you. Don't allow it. And it gives you so much strength and so much awareness that before I used to like, immediately when somebody did something, I used to use these, this or a knife, cutlass, because I'm yard every day. I'm yard. I come from the yard. And it's a choice. You're going to choose to, you know, immediately raw come at them, come out of a bag on them, or you choose to no. It's certain times you have to understand and gauge when is it a time to be on 10 and when is it time like, no, they're not worth it. God, you have to understand. And that's how you show your differences, is because other people, they try to gain control of your mind and all of your power in every aspect of your life. But it's you that has to make a decision to say no. Mhm. We must remember that most people, their character doesn't match their reputation. Exactly. And I found a lot of times that, I'm not a person, I don't have lots of education. I am college educated, but I don't have no master's degree. I don't have a, you know, big position like other people. But one thing I do possess, I do possess a lot of light, a lot of energy, a lot of believing in myself, and I have a lot of courage. I have more courage than most. My strength is something that I'm the most proud of. So, yeah. Hey, Liz, how are you? So good to see you. And congratulations to Lisby Journey on her monetization. Congrats, sis. I'm so proud of you. Welcome in. Yep. Yeah, and we see that, when I speak on celebrating, your uniqueness, your differences that is inside of you, when you see something is showing up different from what they are claiming that they are. When somebody says what they're about, but their actions are proving different, hmm, recognize it. And I spent so long in my life trying to think that I could change another person. I spent so long thinking I could change family members and friends and who I was in a relationship, try to shift them into being what I want them to be. And unless somebody wants something, they're not going to do it. Don't let anybody cause you to be outside of what you want. See, the right people in your life, the right people, and focus on what I'm saying right now. The right people will be there. The right people will support. The right people will give you everything you need without even asking. You don't even have to ask people to support you. That's all I used to do. Why don't they support me? Why aren't they there for me? Because ultimately they were either jealous, bitter, they're going through something, they haven't dealt with their own issues, so they don't have time to be there for you and support you. Okay. Um, and now I've said everything that I wanted to say, and now is the time of the session where I'm going to put this link in the chat, and I want my motivators to share their thoughts about differences. Is there something that is different about you that you would like to share? And in a way that you are celebrating your your awareness, because it's not an easy thing to celebrate who you are. You know, it's hard to have the courage to stand up, shoulders back, head up, and walk around not only saying what you're about, but being it, That takes a lot of strength in the face of people in this world who are cowards, people in this world who are liars, you know? But don't let other people stop you from being who you are. And nobody can do that without your permission. Don't give anybody else permission to stop you from being yourself. Thank you so much, lovely Cherokee. I'm just speaking when I say things, I get little things off of Google, like definitions of stuff. But when I speak about things, I speak from my heart. I speak from my experiences. I speak on things that I have grown from. And honestly, the things that I have grown from has been very difficult things. Like it's things that you don't want to face when you look at yourself in the mirror. Like when I used to talk crazy about myself, saying I wasn't smart enough and I couldn't do anything and I was ugly and I could never be a business owner. But those are the things that I had convinced my own mind to believe, and because of other people in my family, because they didn't do things or because they didn't have education and they didn't have the talents that I had and they didn't have the gifts that I had and they didn't have the power and the courage, to make changes. See, I have been through a lot of things in my life. That's how I speak the way I speak. I've been through a lot, but also I'm aware, I am accountable. When I do wrong, I check myself and I ask all my friends and people that really love me, check me when I'm wrong because I'm trying to be a better woman. I'm trying to be a stronger woman. I'm trying to be a good example to other people. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm a person that knows how to show somebody who maybe be in a dark period. Maybe you're in a dark period in your life right now, you know. Maybe you're going through something. Maybe your circumstances where you're not getting the emotional support, the spiritual support, you know, just any kind of support period from other people, but you've been feeding and pouring that into other people. That's a tough place to be in because I was there. And I had to stay in that for a long time until I got myself together financially. And in that time where I may not have been able to have my own space that was all mine, but one thing I did is I started to work on my mind power, you know. I had to work on my mind power, and so that when I actually had things, not only did I appreciate it, but I could look back and say, remember when you were like that? Remember this and remember that, but look who you are today. So today I can stand in my own space and say, I did that. God did that. My ancestors did that. And I'm proud of it. You know, it takes a lot for a woman or a man to know that they have done things, hurt people, and have skeletons in their closet, and then be willing to check themselves and say, yes, I was absolutely wrong. Yes, I absolutely need to change that. Or ask yourself, why do I do that? That shows your maturity. See, I'm telling you that that's a difference from other people. A lot of people love to look at the inconsistencies in others. They love to look at other people and say, look what they're doing, and they're doing this, and this. But also, they don't turn it around and say, also, what am I doing? You know, as you sin, just as you hurt other people, I mean, yeah, just as you hurt, no, just as they hurt you, you also hurt other people. You got to check yourself, you know, with that song from the 80s, check yourself before you wreck yourself. If you don't check yourself, you're going to stay in the same position. See, I'm an advocate for personal growth. Wherever you are in your life, grow through it. There's going to be a lot of tears you may have to cry. It's a lot of, you're going to wrestle with your own mind, like, why do I do that? And you got to get to the root of your why, of why it is that you're doing what you do. Why are you personally sabotaging yourself? Why don't you let yourself win? Why won't you go past the uncomfortable to get to the comfortable? And I can answer why it was for me is because I didn't believe in myself enough. I didn't think I was strong enough to do certain things. I didn't think I had enough power. I didn't think I had enough courage. I wasn't strong enough mentally. I didn't have that type of awareness in myself. And you got to have that inside of yourself. And that's why I always say, work on the inside of you, because that impact matters. What you are inside, I always see people working on who they are on the outside, how they portray themselves to other people, how you show up. See, you can look a certain way. You can put on the best suits or dresses, have the best hairstyles, look sharp to everybody else. But on the inside, you're miserable, you're unhappy, you're actually dying inside, but you can show up to everybody else happy. See, I always said that when I knew that I needed to get some help, to get some, what I got was therapy. And it's not for everybody, but it worked very good for me. Whatever it is that you need that will help you. For some, it's therapy, some is counseling, some people, it's meditation, some people, it's prayer. But you got to do whatever it is that will help to shift you so that you can get on the right track into doing what you need to do. And for me, I had to learn to be accountable for myself. I had to learn to stop making excuses that my life was the way it was because of me and because of what I wasn't doing, and because of me trying to turn my life and shift it to be a mirror reflection of what other people wanted me to do and be. But at the end of the day, I had to have enough courage to say, I don't want that. I don't like that. That's not me. That takes courage to speak up and say what you actually want to do and then follow through and do it. I walked away from a prosperous career so that I could step into this and do more of it. Do I make as much money? No. But how much peace do I have? How much joy? Yeah. See, that was enough for me. See, being different sometimes is not always going to be celebrated. It's not always going to be prosperous, but the peace that you will have, the way that you're going to feel about yourself, how I feel about myself on the inside is so much different than before, when I was, yeah, I had the money, I had flashy things. Oh, yeah, the money, the paper was good, but I was miserable. I was unhappy. I was being used like a puppet. Puppet dance, puppet dance. Do everything I want you to do, but I was never doing anything that I wanted to do. See? And that's where we have to draw a line. You can be there for other people and help other people, but don't die in the process. Don't let your hopes and dreams die. Don't do that. See, when you are different, it means that you're different and you can stand up and say, this is me 100%. Now, if other people can love you as your 100% authentic self, then you're living the dream. You're living the life that you deserve to have. But if you have other people and you have to look a certain way, think a certain way, do certain things just for them, then you need to question You need to question if that's really your people, if they really do love you. Because love is a word that is used so loosely. People will just say, I love you, but in the action, see, what I learned is, and it was so hard for me, it broke my heart in a million pieces. It shattered like glass in front of me. See, I was loving other people in my life the way I wanted to be loved. Oh, I'm about to drop some sauce on you guys, some gems, some fire. I was only loving people the way I wanted to be loved, but I was not loving them the way they needed to be loved. Not everybody needs love a certain way. Some people, they need emotional support. Some people need mental support. Some people need spiritual support. Some people need quality time. But you have to give that person what they want. And I had to learn at the end of the day, when I was there for other people, it was for how they needed love. And I had to learn to step outside of myself and get uncomfortable. Oh man, that was so hard for me to accept, like, because I was giving gifts and doing this and doing things that I liked. But then they weren't being seen and heard because I was only focused in on doing what I thought that they liked. I wasn't asking them. I wasn't asking, are you happy? Do you like? And, as being human beings, we serve other people. And it's about how you're serving other people. How are you serving? Soup is a dish that is best served up hot. So when you're giving people that soup, that's going to feed, nourish, strengthen them, are you serving up somebody what they need? Like my mind was like, mind blown. You don't get it until you get it. If you're not there, that would just go right over your head. But you have to want to give to others what they need and not really what you need. See, that's when you know that you've come into your own, you're completely mature, you're wise, and you allow people to be themselves. See, you can't say that you're different, I'm different, but you won't allow other people to be their form of different. That's deep waters right there. Allow others to be themselves. Don't try to control it. Don't try to change them. Don't try to just, and I'll like you if. There's always a stipulation. Mm-mm. Real recognizes real. Just as I want others to celebrate me and love me for how I am and for who I am, also I have to look at other people and see their differences. And while it may not vibe, it may not be what I like, but I allow other people to be themselves, allow others to be their form of joy, their form of light. Hold on one second, guys. Yes. Hey, Metrosonic, how are you? Welcome. Hey, Drea. Welcome, everybody. Yes, Liz, absolutely. And it's such a hard pill to swallow when you realize that am I loving other people how I want to be loved, or am I loving other people the way they want to be loved? Hmm. I had to sit and think on that a few days. I turned off my phone on that one. I said, I need to do some inner work on myself. Yes, Marlene, so true. Your inner peace is so important. Yes, it's so important. Yes, and don't let anybody, change, your values. Everybody has different values. Everybody has different beliefs. but it's all about respect, respecting one another as adults, you know? Respect others as an adult, okay? You're a whole grown woman, you're a whole grown man, but also let's do this in a respectful manner. Respect the differences of others. Give people the room and the freedom to fly on their terms. Let them fly on their own terms. See, when I was ready to spread my wings and fly, hmm, I'll tell you, it was the scariest thing to leap, that leap of faith when you're going to make a big change in your life. When I decided, okay, I'm not going to be angry anymore. Okay, I'm not going to go back and forth with people. Like when I make a decision that this is what I said, I stand firm on it, and that's the end of it. You know. And also, I had to, just as I was getting my freedom and about to take a leap of faith, I had to understand that others, sure, associate minister, just as others were, maybe didn't like that I wasn't going to be the same person that I was before. Okay, just as I wasn't going to be the person that I was before, I had to prepare my mind that I was going to lose people. I was going to lose people as my friends. See, as you shift into who you're meant to be, into where you're meant to go, everybody isn't going to like you. Everybody won't receive you. Know that you're going to lose people in the process, okay? You're going to lose people. People won't understand you. People won't like you. People are going to be jealous of you. People are going to backstab you. People are going to gossip about you. People are going to tell lies about you. People are always going to find something to say about you. The more that you tune in to your light and your power, the more that you tune in to what you're supposed to do, other people, they feel challenged. They feel uncomfortable because they won't let themselves do it, okay? Not everybody has enough strength and power within themselves to stand up and say, you know what? I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to do what I'm meant to do. I'm going to do what may be hard for me. That means, doing some self improvement, doing some things that you like, doing some things that you enjoy, but go after it, you know? Go after it. Don't let anybody stop you from, being yourself. Don't let anybody stop you. And we let other people stop us and slow us down from doing things, and we let people stop us from growing. Okay? We let other people stop us from growing. But we have to make a decision in our life. What's important? What's important to you? Your peace, your joy, your enlightenment, your energy? Are you There's only two things that can happen in life. Either you are dimming your light or you're radiating it. There's no in between. Either your vibration is low or it's high. And without my even being aware of it, I was allowing situations and other people to dim the light that was inside of me because I did not have enough courage to walk through the door to my better life, because it's scary, because it's uncomfortable, because I was going to have to make changes, because I was going to have to be aware, because I didn't know what would happen next. But I let myself win. And I say to you too, let yourself win. Let yourself win. Don't give up on that. Don't give up on winning. It doesn't matter how long that it takes you to win. And guess what? Something that just came to me just now. Other people may not even see that you're winning, you know? People don't know what you're going through in the background, of your life, what you're working on, what you're growing through. People don't understand you could be in a personal development time period where you're growing and you're forgiving and you're healing, you're smiling more. People just see what you show them, but they don't know about the inward, the inside. What are you doing to challenge everything that maybe have been thrown at you, everything that you have been taught to believe? But when you did like I did and turn it all on its axis, flip it and make a decision that that's not me. I don't like that. I'm a puppet. That's what I learned one day, that I was a puppet and I wasn't myself. I wasn't letting my light shine. I wasn't radiating my positivity the way that I wanted to because I was so busy being involved in helping other people or seeing what somebody else is doing that I was taking my focus off what I should be doing. So don't let other people stop you from your focus. Uh, Terry Jones, are you going to hit the link? You have to listen to your voice that is within you. Listening to music does help relieve stress, and just have to ignore the toxic behaviors from others that try to put good people down. Find your inner peace and happiness. Stand up and fight back. Yes, and that takes a lot of courage. It really does. That takes a lot of courage. Yes, James, thank you so much for putting that link. Yes, don't forget to tune in later when Marlene and the Word collab tonight. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is right there. Make sure you go and hit that link, turn on your notification bell because it's going to be a great topic of positive mindset. So I'm just going to be on here for about 5 more minutes. I was waiting for if anybody was going to hit the link, but I don't know if anybody's going to hit the link. So I just wanted to encourage you all to keep going. Despite what other people are saying and doing, celebrate who you are. I get so much encouragement from those who have physical disabilities, those who have mental disabilities, that's what they call an invisible illness, so there's certain things that you may be going through mentally that other people will say, oh, it's nothing wrong with them. But people don't see the struggles that a person has within their mind, how much courage it takes for them to stand up for themselves. You know, like I always say, you got to love yourself through whatever it is that you're thinking, everything that you've been told, and know that it's going to get better when you choose to believe it will get better and then prove it by your actions. Prove your differences. No matter what somebody else says, no matter what other people may not like, you just continue to be yourself. I'm waiting. Let's see. Hold on a second, guys. You're close to the screen. Back up a little bit from the screen.
Yeah, I've had, corneal transplant surgery, and that's
Oh,
the
okay.
way I actually see the phones.
Oh, okay. Welcome up, Associate Minister. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, because I am Minister Terry Jones of the New Bethel Church and Outreach Ministry, 1065 West Range Road, Memphis, Tennessee, 38109. And this is a very important subject because people told me for a long time, you're disabled. You can't do this. You can't do that. When I got hit by a truck in November 2010, went to heaven and spoke to the Lord, he told me directly, you are not disabled. You are to go back and preach the death, burial, and resurrection of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And one of the greatest life lessons I learned is from a female YouTuber named Lisa Real Spill. She taught me that you can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. What they choose to see is up to them. When you look in the mirror, what do you see?
Yes, that's a very important thought. It's about what you choose to think. Is there anything that else that you have to add?
Yeah, one of the things is we're all farmers in another person's life. We can plant seeds or we can plant weeds. Seeds are the positive things of life and the light of life. Weeds are the negative things of life and the darkness of life. The question is, what are you planting in another person's life? Because a parent can cause a child to hate themselves by what a parent says. A parent can uplift the child by what they say. So we have to be careful of what we say. Are we planting seeds into a person, or are we planting weeds into a person?
Wow, that's very powerful. Thank you so much for your thoughts. It's very important to this discussion, and I appreciate you being courageous and your strength so much. Thank you so much for joining me today.
And one of the things you need to do is learn to celebrate the victories and successes in your own life, because it took courage to get on this camera and tell someone about the struggles in your life. I applaud you for showing your struggles as a sign of God's healing, and not as a way to gain subscribers and have a pity party.
You know, see, my thing is, I always said I want to use my platform to elevate the minds and the hearts of others. And I said if my growth is going to be slower than most, and I'm okay with that because I've been on this platform for a little while, but I know that I wanted to reach real people with the message to love themselves and that they were important and special. And if I only get a handful of people, I'm okay with that.
You know what? It is best you have 10 real people than 100 fly by nights.
Yes, yes, I agree with that 100%. Thank you so much
So,
for coming up. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were still talking.
yeah, but know what I'm saying is, don't look at your growth according to someone else's measurement. Look at your growth by what the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit gives you. And I say this all the time. One man's blessing can be another man's curse. That's why they put into the 10 commandments, thou shalt not covet another man's property, wife, or his animal. So don't look at your growth based on what somebody else did. You don't know how they got to where they got to. So one man's blessing can be another man's curse.
Yes. Thank you so much for your thoughts. I appreciate you for coming up today. Thank you for
Okay,
your
thank
courage
you.
and your strength.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes. What a powerful testimony. You never know. Like I always say, you never know what somebody else is going through. You could look at somebody how they are today and pass judgments and think that you know how it feels to walk in their shoes, but you have no idea. I like what Metro says. Illusions, all the negative thoughts are nothing but illusions is a mental state. Yeah. It's all about what we choose to project, what we choose to put out there, what we choose to believe about ourselves. And that's why I always said on this platform, it's so important for me to be real. It is so important for me to share my lows, share my highs, but also to let other people know that I've been maybe where you've been. I'm not ashamed to say I've been through domestic violence. I've been through some, what is it called? I'm trying to use the right term. Um, some pedo stuff that has happened to me. I've been through so many things. I've miscarried a child. I've lost parents, an auntie and brother. I've been through some hard and dark periods in my life, but I did not stay down. See, you can always make a choice when you go through hard times and dark times in your life, whether you're going to spiral down or you're going to elevate and raise up. And I'll never forget the day when I was down and crying and feeling sorry for myself and saying, why me? And my spirit said, why not you? Why not you? Why not you? So get up and grow up. And when I did that, my life started completely shifting, completely shifting. Allow yourself the freedom to grow. Allow yourself the freedom to be. And don't let anybody change you. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody block you. You keep being different. Have your different thoughts. Have your different opinions. And if you have talent, I want you to use it. Use your talents. And we don't understand that when we hold back from using our talents, we hold back our ability to help and to support another person. Sharing our stories, sharing our talents, we let other people have the freedom to grow and to prosper. So be different. Celebrate yourself for who you are and for how you are. Don't think of it as something weird. Love yourself for how you are and for who you are. And don't let anybody make you feel inferior because you are not. I thank you so much for joining me today. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I speak about inspiration, positivity, life lessons, self-improvement, and mindset shifting. I welcome you to subscribe to this channel. If you are watching on the replay, my replay gang, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And shout out to my members. I would love for you to join the channel membership for Marlene Motivates. And like I always say, every single video, story time, and live stream, just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life. I'll see you guys later on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the collaboration with the Word. Bye, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself. forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.